How do you evaluate this COP actually almost deadlock? There is no there is no decision still regarding the NCQG limit. How do you evaluate?
It's a deadlock. It's also a deep erosion of trust that we see. It's also we see how there's a huge division between developed and developing countries, and
Right.
developed countries have not stepped up. So if this COP fails, developed countries are to be blamed.
You know, the Standing Committee on Finance, they find we need per year $5 to $6 trillion. But after the first draft was prepared when the figure was 1.3 trillion. Why development nation? They knows they also victim the climate things, but why the developed nation leadership not agree to pay money?
This is exactly the saddest part of the latest draft, because the document does acknowledge that the needs are running into now trillions of dollars annually. Yet, what developed countries have offered is such a tiny, paltry sum, knowing fully well that it's developing countries like Bangladesh, like Nepal, like Malawi are actually paying the cost of climate action, whether it is moving away from fossil fuels towards renewable energy or be it responding to climate disasters. So, this is where we see the insensitivity and apathy of developed nations, that they have an obligation to support developing countries, but what they are offering is this paltry sum of $250 billion, which I must tell you is also full of loans. It's not even mentioning how much
Grant.
money is going to be in the form of grants.
And still, do you see any light end of the tunnel in this COP?
Well, we have been putting a lot of pressure on developed countries. The onus is now on the developing countries to stay strong and stand firm and demand developed countries to step up. If not, then they should not accept the deal. And the message that we are sending out to developing countries is no deal is better than the bad deal. So don't accept the deal.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time.
Pleasure.